Well, Destined Rivals seems to be the gift that keeps on giving. Destined Rivals is really putting its foot in the door and it is not accepting its market price. It is constantly going up. So today we're going to be talking about Destined Rivals and how it's really changing Scarlet and Violet. So I just want to say, guys, if you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. These videos do take a long time to make, so it would mean a lot if you guys subscribe. But anyways, let's begin. Alrighty, so first of all, let's just quickly talk about what Desmond Ross has been doing. It's been blowing up. That's pretty much it. I don't need to cover it. I'm sure all you guys know. Now, here's the thing. I think Destined Rivals is almost like 151, but as a main set because it only has original Pokemon. Now, Destined Rivals and Journey Together are very interesting because they are the only sets where Pokemon has brought back trainers. Because when Journey Together came out, it was like, oh my goodness, trainer sets, they're back better than ever, this is so cool. And it was like Destined Rivals, oh my goodness, this is so cool. And then that was just it. So a very popular style, which is having trainer Pokemon, is just gone. Like, it was just for these two sets and that's it. It's gone. So if it's for Destined Rivals, that's one thing where it's just really interesting because I think out of all of the possible trainers you could have, realistically, people kind of only prefer like Gen 1 trainers. Also, they only kind of care about Team Rocket. Other like trainers that are like almost like on the good side, like the good guys, and then you got like the bad guys, which is Team Rocket. It kind of seems like Team Rocket trainers are sort of the most popular. So I feel like that's a really big advantage Destined Rivals has, that it has the best trainers with their Pokemon, which is huge, but also Mewtwo does not get a lot of love. Like, they do not make a lot of Mewtwo artwork. It is not really that common. The last Mewtwo artwork we got, which was the Pokemon Go one, that was an absolute flop. Horrible artwork, no one really cares, super irrelevant. I bet you guys didn't even, like, half of you guys probably weren't even thinking about that card. You're probably thinking about some Sun and Moon card, like from Unified Minds or something, because literally no one cares about that card. So they haven't made many Mewtwo cards in a while. Mewtwo is an incredibly popular Pokemon. Meowth is very popular. The Ethan's Ho-Oh, that's very popular. All of these cards are extremely popular. Cynthia's Garchomp is extremely popular. And you look at every single card, and if I'm being honest with you guys, Destined Rivals gives like heavy Cosmic Eclipse vibes. Like, it gives me the vibes where you're gonna have like a bunch of expensive cards inside. That's something that I really like about Cosmic Eclipse, is that it goes from like Blastoise to Rosa to Arceus. So you have like this really wide range. That's what I really like about Destined Rivals. You go from like Mewtwo to Ho-Oh to Garchomp and then all these other Pokemon. And I feel like Destined Rivals is going to age really well. I think Destined Rivals is honestly the only main booster box set you would want to invest in for the second half of Scarlet Violet. So with Scarlet Violet, you got two different like parts of Scarlet Violet. You got the first half that is going out of rotation next year, and then you've got the other half. If I'm being honest with you, when it comes to the other half, I would just not be holding any other booster boxes. The only exception is the enhanced Journey Together, because that enhanced is very interesting. It's going to be very interesting play, so I wouldn't go all in with the enhanced boxes, but it's just going to be very interesting to see how that does. But other than that, Surging Sparks, I wouldn't be holding on to. Twilight Masquerade, I probably wouldn't be bothering. All these sets, I wouldn't really bother, and the main reason is because Destined Rivals is just such a good set, and they're so similar to release. Like, let's just say Scarlet Violet base. I would understand why you buy Scarlet Violet base or Paldea Evolved versus Destined Rivals, because they are like, in different timelines. Or I would understand why you buy both. Maybe a bit of Paldea, a bit of Destined Rivals, which is what I've done. But Surging Sparks is too close to Destined Rivals. Like, the justification on why you buy Paldea Evolved versus Destined Rivals is Paldea Evolved is a little bit older. But for Surging Sparks, it's just way too close. So for me, I'm thinking like, okay, when Surging Sparks takes off, Destined Rivals is realistically only like 8 months older, which isn't really that much, and it's not really that relevant. So it's not really worth investing in. It's like, I would understand why you'd buy Fusion Strike or Lost Origin versus Silver Tempest, because Silver Tempest is a little bit younger, but the difference is Surging Sparks is like right around the corner. So it's the same thing like Black Belt White Flare. I mean, Black Belt White Flare, I'm sure it's going to do well, but it's the same thing. It's kind of like right around the corner. And then you get into like Mega Evolution, and it's like, dude, come on, man. If you're going to be buying Mega Evolution booster box, I would really highly suggest you just buy Destined Rivals, to be honest, because it's just too close. When all those boxes jump up, usually how boxes work is within like a 14th to 16-month window, all those sets that release in that time usually have a leg up together. Like, have you noticed that Scarlet Violet base, 151, Paldean Fates, Paldea Evolved, and like those old ones, have you noticed that they've all kind of like jumped up together? is because Pokemon sets generally, normally it's not like Paldea Evolved doesn't jump up, but Scarlet Violet Base does. And 151 doesn't jump up, but Paldea Fates does. Like, usually what happens is they all kind of jump up together because they're all released in like roughly the same year. So with Destined Rivals in that time frame, other than Prismatic, I would say it's not really worth holding anything else really, because Destined Rivals is phenomenal. Now, I also want to talk about Destined Rivals, the slabs. Have you noticed those slabs are like incredibly cheap? Like, holy moly, the Mewtwo is so cheap. Now, I think the Mewtwo has gone up a little bit, and it depends. Like, you know what's really going to suck? I'm going to record this video. I don't know when the video is going to come out, but while I'm recording this video, the Mewtwo only goes for like 1200 as a PSA 10. That's like kind of nothing. Like, that's not a lot considering how expensive the box is. I don't know. I feel like that Mewtwo is really, really good. I don't think it deserves that price. It should be a lot more, in my opinion. So maybe there's a buy in the singles. Those could do really well. But you look at it. You've got Mewtwo, Giovanni. Then you've got Ethan Toro. Then you got the Moltres. And you got all these different cards. And then you go to the illustration rates. You've got Mrs. Psyduck, then you got the Lapras, and then you got the Meowth, and it's like, holy moly, dude, you really put this all in one set? Like, freaking hell. That set is phenomenal. Destined Rivals is absolutely phenomenal. Surging Sparks has nothing on Destined Rivals. Journey Together has nothing on Destined Rivals. Dare I even say Prismatic Evolutions has nothing on Destined Rivals. Now, that is a bit of a controversial take. Evolutions are extremely popular. You got the Roaring Moon Shinji Kanda, so you got that as well. But at the same time, the Destined Rivals is just phenomenal. Now, what's really interesting is that Destined Rivals actually doesn't have any of the, like, I think it's Terraform. I think that's what's called, any of the Terraform Pokemon. So, like, have you noticed that, like, the evolutions in Prismatic are, like, crystally? Yeah, Destined Rivals doesn't have any crystally Pokemon, so it's just a good set. I don't know if it's just me, but does Destined Rivals give you Sword and Shield vibes? Like, Destined Rivals feels like if Fusion Strike and Evolving had a kid. Actually, like, that is exactly the vibes I get. Like, Fusion Strike, beautiful set, beautiful looking box, amazing cards inside, very visually appealing cards inside. Then you got Evolving Skies, tricky pull rates, beautiful cards. You got beautiful Vs, beautiful VMAXs. You got amazing artworks, and then you got Destined Rivals, where it's like a good looking box, pretty solid, and then you got really nice top chase, really nice medium chases, really big set. It really is if Fusion Strike and Evolving Skies had a kid. Like, literally, that's Destined Rivals, the byproduct. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Destined Rivals is going to do really, really well. And if this price hike is scaring you, I would actually advise against that. If Destined Rivals hadn't moved at this point, it's not that I would be getting concerned, but I would think like, what's going on? Like, I'd think like, okay, that's a bit weird. Because this is the thing about Destined Rivals, is once people realize like, holy shit, this set is actually really, really good, immediately the singles went back to taking off. And also, the sealed took off. But not only the sealed, it wasn't just the booster box. It was everything took off. Like, okay, let's look at Surging Sparks. Notice how booster bundles aren't really that expensive. Notice how, like, the blisters aren't really that expensive. Journey Together. Notice how the booster box, you know, the enhanced booster box, it's up there. Blister packs, not really. Elite Trainer box, not really. Destined Rivals, nah, everything's expensive. Destined Rivals, it's like 3-pack blister expensive, ETB expensive, booster box expensive. You know, last time I saw that was Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies was the last set that I saw. When the booster box was taking off, so was everything else. And you know why? That goes to show us people are cracking Destined Rivals, because that happened with Evolving Skies. People couldn't get enough of Evolving Skies. Not the booster box, not the ETB, but the set itself. So naturally, everything went up. If you wanted to crack some Evolving Skies in their 3-pack blisters, you'd buy it. If there were blisters, you'd buy it. The thing is, with Surging Sparks, it's sort of not really the same. With Journey Together, it's not really the same. There's a premium on the booster box, 100%. But like, dude, even the ETBs, Journey Together ETBs are getting clapped. Are those even retail? Like, genuinely, are Journey Together 3-pack blisters even retail? Because I can tell you, Destined Rivals ones aren't retail. I can tell you that much. So, yeah, you can see it's very organic. Everything about Destined Rivals is extremely organic. Super organic. All the growth is very organic. It makes sense. It's a phenomenal set, trainer set, popular Pokemon. There's no fatigue for the Pokemon. There is no fatigue. They barely use the Pokemon inside. Look, when there's a Mewtwo set, it's going to be a good day. Like, Mewtwo is a card they use very little. And I'm just going to go out and say it. You know what? Let me put my foot in the door. Persian from Shy Fable, that should be a $500 card as a PSA 10, okay? Because there is not a Persian in Destined Rivals, and that made me very sad, okay? But there's a Persian in Shy Fable. That Persian, I mean, guys, that Persian, come on. Let's get a move on. That thing should be pumping up by now. Come on, guys. Destined Rivals is doing absolutely phenomenal. Why isn't the Persian doing absolutely phenomenal? That Persian is madly underrated. That thing should be $500 as a PSA 10 because it kind of fits like the Destined Rivals vibe. So yeah, Destined Rivals, it's very interesting to watch. It just feels like it's miles ahead of everything else. It's miles ahead of everything else. I feel underinvested. I only have 7 boxes. What am I doing, man? I hope that some sort of reprint corrects the price a bit, but if not, I might just have to bite the bullet and buy it. Yeah, 7 boxes is not enough. I need like 50. So yeah, hopefully I can get some in the future, but yeah, we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.